Good morning, everyone. Welcome, welcome. It's Cynthia with your daily tarot card of the day. And this week we are using the Herbal Tarot. So I'm glad to have you here. These messages are general for the collective energy of the day. These messages are timeless. Whenever you happen to find this video and decide to watch it, there's likely a message here for you, but take what resonates and leave the rest of it behind. I invite you to tune into your own intuition, your own inner guidance, your own higher self, your spirit guides, whatever you wish, so that whatever card comes up, you might get your own personal messages and insights from it. Okay. The Chariot. How beautiful. Forward movement. I love in this card how they have the Tai Chi yin and yang symbol instead of like the sphinxes or the horses, you know, white and black kind of a thing. Not that having the symbolism of those animals isn't, you know, wonderful, but that just, to me, that's another level of like simplicity and clear cut, right? We're balancing our yin and yang. We're balancing our divine masculine and divine feminine, our light and our dark, our light and shadow, I should say. And, you know, recognizing this. Having cypress plant is also interesting. There's something very grounding about this. So it's about being centered and grounded, because there's a lot of swift movement. And so if the Chariot is moving at a relatively good pace, or, you know, the starting and stopping, right? If you've ever been like on standing up like on a Segway or a cart or something of that nature, you know, it's the start and stop. You have to keep your balance. You have to really have your feet and your stance kind of, you know, boxed in, widened, grounded, right? So that the starting and stopping, no matter how fast you're going in the interim, doesn't throw you off, right? And so I feel like that's sort of representing this, having that centered groundness, having that, you know, knowing where the center of gravity is in your body and being able to flexibly move with this, right? So I'm feeling like today's energy, something could be moving forward relatively quickly, and you want to make sure that you are, or you could feel like you have a lot going on, and you need to move through things very quickly, either to make an appointment or to reach a deadline or whatever the case might be. Or you could just be feeling high energy and you start moving through things very quickly. So the danger in all of these situations is to get scattered, to skip over things, to not move in an orderly and efficient fashion, and some things, you know, go off to the wayside while other things that you prioritize get done. And what this is really saying is the way to move through it quickly, efficiently, without anything falling to the wayside, but also without necessarily having to skip over things, to be able to prioritize one thing at a time and move through them quickly, it's talking about that centeredness and that groundedness, because the energy itself would be moving very fast. And this could be a particular project. It could be something that you're starting. You might notice things pick up the pace, right? It could also just be the energy of the day, having a lot to do on your plate, and then you're getting either pressuring yourself with some kind of an urgency, which, given the astrology and the moon phases and things like that, there could be something going on today that gives us that sense of urgency, even though we don't have something to rush towards. But I'm feeling in this energy that the importance is being centered and grounded, having that stance, but one that's also flexible, because if you know where your center is, then you can move around it without losing balance. And that's kind of the point. We move faster through that. We're less scattered through that. So in order to go with this high flow energy, okay, you get into a state of flow, but the water's moving really fast, okay? So in order to be able to navigate that and to be able to go along with the ride without getting knocked out of your vessel, so to speak, is to have that centeredness and that groundedness and that poise. And I think that that's really what the Chariot in today's energy is talking about. Having that poise, having that stance, and being able to be flexible, letting this high energy sort of take you along for the ride, but you've got that balance point where you can navigate that, you can hold that, you can move with it without detriment to yourself. It's not going to go too fast. You're not going to run out of time. You're not going to miss anything important. Okay? So it's almost like, and I'm hearing spirit's got your back. So you're not going to miss anything. You're not going to, today's a day where I feel like there won't be delays for things. There could be, but I'm feeling like less on the delays or running into obstacles that would seem to hinder progress, and more on the side of moving forward. That being said, if some kind of a blockage or an obstacle or a delay does pop up on your path, it's to redirect you. It's like the stone in the road, you know what I mean? You're going to want to go around that or kind of go over it and avoid it from fully stopping, right? The wheel. So it's almost like if something like that comes up, it's to get you to let that sit to the side for a minute. And if there's other things attached to that, oh, well, this was also on my to-do list and I can't do that until this is done. And now this is blocked. Let it go. Let it be. That's the idea of spirit's got your back. You're not going to miss anything. You're not going to, you're not going to miss anything or skip over anything, or run out of time. Spirit's saying like everything will go smoothly if you just keep following where things are going. So if something gets blocked, if the solution isn't there immediately, in terms of recognizing what needs to be done or this, that, the other thing, or the solution is wait because you do know what needs to be done and, somebody else needs to participate or this, that, the other thing, you need to let it go and let the energies that be kind of work with that, okay? And redirect yourself to the next thing. And I feel like this easy, free-flowing energy of moving things forward. But again, that balance, that internal balance, that box stance, that centeredness and groundedness, which is essentially what the charioteer represents is connection to higher self and intuition, and then being able to act on that without your own mind hindering you from taking that action, right? So there's a level of self-trust here. But I feel like some very swift-moving and high-vibe energy today. So drink plenty of water and, remember to check in with yourself frequently or between tasks. In order to find that centeredness and that groundedness, and to be able to tap into, okay, so where's your intuition leading you next? What are you being drawn forward to next as you go through? And I feel like you might find things moving along at a pretty good pace. But in the same vein, that doesn't mean you have to have frantic urgency, okay? So keeping your mind centered and grounded is keeping peace in your mind and just moving right along with everything. So today seems like a really good day. Could be a great day for, continued growth, new directions, expansion, or really just this sense of ease in accomplishing or arriving at or moving through whatever is most important to you for today. Whatever's at hand or top of mind. So, peace and blessings to all of you. I'm wishing you a wonderful day, and thank you so much for being here. I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow.